Television was everywhere. He read it in the newspaper, heard it from neighbors, and saw the bulky boxes in the storefronts. It was the newest rave of America, and all were in awe of it. Well, maybe not all. There were some, like Ray Bradbury, who could see a troubling future. He was out one cold night, yet it felt warmer with a friend by his side. He chatted as they walked down the empty, dusty sidewalk. The industrial area, which normally buzzed with life, was now hollow. Almost out of nowhere, a police vehicle pulled up beside them. A head popped out of the window. "May I ask what you two sirs are doing?" "Well, we're putting one foot in front of the other," Ray chuckled, nudging his friend. The officer found the joke less amusing. "Name?" "Ray Bradbury," he replied amiably. "Yes, well, I'll need you to come with me." "What for?" Ray's friend exclaimed with bewilderment. The officer creased his lips into a straight line. "I'm the one asking the questions here. Now please get in before I use my authority to do so." A few minutes later. After they were released from the police station, they couldn't help laughing at the incident. The officer had been suspicious, because there were no pedestrians in that area. But they cleared things up, and now their stomachs hurt from laughing so hard. Ray was deep in thought, however. An idea was growing like a tumor in his brain, and it was all he could focus on. When he arrived back home, his idea grew bigger and bigger until it was time to escape his mind. He vigorously attacked his typewriter's stiff keys and created many sentences, though many were crumpled and thrown into the trash. At least one thing was kept: Leonard Mead, the lonely writer who was to be the protagonist. But after a while, sleep overcame Ray, and he fell into a restless slumber. In the morning, he was back at it. How to convey Leonard's loneliness? But first, how would I feel? He closed his eyes, and soon he could feel the cold autumn breeze scraping his cheeks as he walked alone, staring at the dark, hollow homes of those who were busy staring at the big black boxes from which motion pictures danced from. He could feel the pang in his heart, being the only one who cared to go on night walks, the only one who wished to have someone to talk to. This town, no, graveyard, could be a desolate desert for all he knew. He reopened his eyes. His fingers played the keys of the typewriter well, the idea forming into a story. A single police car patrolling the city, Leonard Mead's dead hope of finding someone to talk to, the only being who didn't own a television set. Already, Ray could see the danger of this new television. America was going crazy over it, and that was all it could think about. In 100 years from now, what would it look like? Perhaps Leonard Mead could show him. In the day of 2053, the adults needed to work and the children needed to go to school like normal. But in the night, it shall be desolate and all will be glued to the screen. A writer can often see and perceive just as well as a philosopher, you know. Ray sighed. All he could hope was that his words of caution would be heard. And sometimes all you can do is try and hope.